Hi everybody, welcome to Kahliya. This is Mia. I hope you're doing well. Sending you some positive vibe. I hope you feel it. I sincerely hope that you're doing well. I know that these are not easy times, a bit challenging, a bit more than a bit, but I want to talk to you about the positive aspect of all of this. As I have mentioned already before, some of you may find it hard to grasp that, and some probably are already understanding the blessing in all of this. I have mentioned before, excuse me, I have mentioned before that beyond what all of this seems, we are undergoing a huge transformation. And I hope you realize already that we are. Because we are forced to a halt. And what happens when, I always recommend pauses and look within and take some quiet time. And I'm well aware that for many of us, we just don't let go. It's always one of those things that we push aside and we say, yeah, when I get the time, I'm too busy, I'm too stressed, and we just don't do it. And so, as with on a personal level, so goes the collective level. Sorry about the camera, I see that it keeps going. On a collective level as well, we are just too stuck in this whirlwind, in this cycle, in this crazy routine that we have built for ourselves. And we feel that there's no way out of it. And so our soul knows that there are things that we really need to do for our well-being, but we keep pushing those things aside, and we don't give it proper attention and energy and focus. I just got back from my walk. We're day 2 of a lockdown in France, and we are allowed for specific things to go out briefly. And so I realized that I can improve, sorry, I was searching for the word, improve my exercise routine suddenly, right? And that's just an example. The universe is forcing us to stop and look within. I know that I've talked about this before. I was a bit emotional, so now I'm going to say it again, and maybe this time you'll hear me. And then maybe, I mean, I know that we're going through stages, okay? I know that it is normally what happens is the initial panic, right? And then the not only the fear of what's going on, but the panic related to our routines and our habits being halted. And then we get afraid that we won't be able to deal with this change. And then we realize that it may have been a well-needed change. Okay, so there's stages, and so I'd like for those that are still in panic mode to understand that it's really important at this time, I'll say it again, to stay positive, not to adhere to the panic. You know, every time I open Facebook, I have a professional page. I need to open Facebook, and then I get all of this stuff. People are obsessed instead of breathe. Use this time wisely. It will be over before you know it, and you could have used this time to your benefit. On a practical level, I'm sure that there are so many things that you need to do and you keep pushing aside. And on a deeper level, your soul needs for you to tune in. And spirit needs for you to tune in, to listen. How many of you find it difficult to stay still? And even if you are staying still, how many of you find it difficult to still the mind? Try and practice. And I'm talking about those that are unable to meditate, and not those that already know how to do it and are doing it, okay? Obviously, for those, I recommend that you do it a lot at this time. But try and pay attention when you slow down and when you are more or less still. Maybe you have to stay at home, or maybe you're out in nature, or maybe you have decided to give yourself some quiet time. Pay attention to the noise in your head. So much noise. A big part of it is you just shuffling stuff that you absorbed during the day, all kinds of voices, things that you read, things that you heard, and of course things that you think and worry, and so what about this and what about that, and what should I do here? And so you never really get true quiet time. And if you do, then that is where your higher self takes place and guides you. So it's funny how we have a lot of questions in our minds. You know, what will I do here? What will I do there? What will be with this and what will be with that? And the thing is that overusing your brain, burning it with these repetitive thoughts, does not achieve the answers that you're looking for. And on the other hand, if you manage to give yourself some space between these thoughts, you can work at it. when you find it, you can start with 1 second of a void. Just relax the muscles in your face and in your head. Breathe deeply and exhale, a long exhale, and repeat that a few times. And that can help you reach spaces of void. Maybe at the beginning it'll be 1 second, and maybe when you work at it, it'll be 2 seconds before more thoughts come in. And maybe next time around it'll be 3 seconds. It doesn't matter, even if it's 1 second. You've done yourself a huge favor. First of all, to find peace. Letting go of low vibrational energy, of worries, and of your own and of the outside world. And you increase your chances to hear the divine guiding you. It doesn't necessarily come in a voice, it can come in an idea that comes to you, or a sign. But you have to give it room, you have to invite it in. The brain can do so much before you overuse it and just burn it out, resulting in headaches and stress and not necessarily healthy resolutions or solutions. So I invite you to try that out. And I invite you to try and see the gift in what is occurring, whether you are in a lockdown or not, or just, as recommended, stay more at home or totally at home. Use this time to your benefit. It is a true blessing. It is. Everything we go through has a higher purpose. And after the initial panic, you can understand this is a huge purging and a huge transformation, a huge shift that is taking place. People are already transplacing the panic and the me first to what's happening to my neighbor and what's happening to someone else. And I'm sure that you get to see and read examples of this, because as always in times of crisis, after the initial panic, we start to connect with our hearts and our souls. And like I said in the prior video, we start to feel the connectedness and how we're all in this together, and how the other is just another me. And so, like I read today, a woman that was in an empty shelved supermarket near an old man that was searching for bread, and she had 2 packets, and she gave the old man one of them. And that's beautiful. And I'm sure that you hear and see and read examples like this. And that is that humility, that humbleness that we come back to after the initial panic. And that is the purpose. And then we get to think about our lives. We slow down. We slow down that crazy pace that we are adhered to, gotten used to. And we understand that we haven't created enough place in that routine for ourselves, for our souls, for our well-being, and for our higher purpose. And so now is such a great time to think about all of that and make room for your soul to whisper in your ear what it would like of you. And perhaps this is a time to see what you would like to change in your life and improve and modify and transform. So this is such a great time, actually. It was imposed on us out of the blue. But be honest, you just never take the time to do it. So it's like a vacation that was imposed on you, and you have to trust and stay positive, stay away from the media. And although social media can be very entertaining, and I can understand the need to interact with people so that you can feel that you're not alone in this anxiety, but the problem is that if you spend all your time or most of your time doing that, then first of all, you will be unconsciously absorbing more of the panic energy, which you do not need and will not serve you at this time. Because if you really want to make the most of it, you're really on a path of evolution and growth and soul growth, then you have to understand that you can be wasting a few weeks just celebrating panic with others online. That's a waste of the higher purpose of what this is all about. And so I recommend that you limit your time online, unless it's for real productive reasons. Limit the intake of the media and all the talk about the virus again and again and again. Let it go. Let it go. Focus on you and your loved ones. Focus on this time to find quiet, to tune in, to work on your health, on exercise. Perhaps this is a time that you can find what exercise routine can work best for you. How can you I'm looking at the camera and I keep seeing it blur out. I'm really sorry about that. How can you improve your health routine, the way you eat, what you eat, things like that, aside from what I said earlier, and your professional goals. I'm sure that there are a lot of things that you can catch up on, research. This is just, listen, after this time, we are in for huge changes and opportunities for those who have done their work. Be prepared, prepare yourself. Look at it as a preparation. I know you have to disconnect a bit, detach from the panic but let it go. Let it go. Just move in and change your focus. Stop absorbing more and more info about what's going on, what's not going on, the panic of others, and start focusing on this precious time given to you to really, really reassess where you are in your life and what you can do to make it much, much better for you. And prepare yourself for an upgrading of your life. Okay, I hope this helped. Also, there are a lot of places that offer now these days some free courses, and look into that. That could be really great. Okay, free classes, free courses, free lectures. Okay, that's just one of the things that you can do to improve the quality of your time. But please, please, please take some time alone, and please try to figure out what is missing in your life. Give yourself that time to see and sense it, so that you can actually make a plan to modify your life, so that you can be manifesting more of who you truly are. You are here for a purpose. I keep saying that. I write about it and I talk about it. You are here for a higher purpose. And if you're not doing your higher purpose, then this is the time to check it out. Okay, you're here to be in joy and peace and prosperity and health. So check out all that you're doing and all that you're not doing and all that you may be doing that is blocking your way. This is just precious time for us all. Okay. As always, I recommend to follow Kahliya's blog, because like I say, if I'm not here, I'm there writing. Okay, so stay in touch, be well. I send you much, much love. And I send you light energy. Please, please look within. Please do something really, really good for yourself at this time.